this session. So okay. So we have seen methods, right? So we have
Yes,
finished
ma'am. And
methods,
variables.
variables. I'll just revise what are the things we have seen so far. So we have finished variables and methods. So two types of variables we have finished, and we have seen how to use them in other classes too. And we have seen methods, methods with parameters, how to pass value to methods. And one more thing is remaining in functions, that is methods with return type. So far we have used only void, right? But we can create a
Yes, ma'am.
method with return type too. I'm going to create a
Okay.
class. So it is function with return type. So I'm going to have a main method here. So after that, I'm going to create a function. So it is,
We can use either static or non-static, right?
yeah, it's up to
It's
us.
our
We can use anything.
okay. Okay.
It's not, there is no any separate rule for using the static and non-static method and all. It's our wish only. We can use any methods. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Now, okay, I'm going to create a function with return type. So far, we have only created like this, right? Public, if it is a static method, public, static, void, average, like that only we will be doing. But now,
Yes.
I'm going to use a different return type here. Let it be double one. Okay, so I'm giving double average now, and here this method is going to return you something. So far, we created some functions that will execute whatever code that is present inside it. But now, this method, it is going to give you something, returning something. So now I'm going to pass parameters. So let it be integer. So this is double, right? So I can pass a combination of integer and double. That's not a problem. So it is integer a, comma, integer b, comma, integer c. I'm passing three values. I'm going to perform. I'm going to find out average of this one. So it is return a plus b plus c divided by 3. Okay. So this method is going to return you average of three numbers. Returning means it is going to give you something. Now, if you call this one, this is a static method, right? So I'm just calling it straightly. And one more thing is, if the method is in the same class, you need not to repeat that class name. You can straightly call that one like this. Without using that class name, you can straightly give this area average to. So this is applicable
Okay.
for static method. I'm going to pass three numbers, 3, 4, 5. And
We
now,
don't have a call just like class name or method name.
yes,
We can
so
directly give
yeah,
method name
directly give the method name. So the reason is the
for
method
double
is in the
count.
same class. If the method is in the same
Okay.
class, means it is applicable. If you are calling that in other classes will not know that average method belongs to which class, right? So in such situation, you will be using class name dot method name only. So now,
But even if you use class name and method name, it's not
no
wrong,
problem.
right? You can
No,
use
no,
it.
it's correct.
Okay.
It's correct only.
Okay.
I'm telling that this is another way like that. Okay. So I'm running
Okay,
this
fine.
code now. So if I run the code, I'll be getting a plus b plus c divided by 3. But I'm not getting any output here. Because
So,
this method is
okay.
going to give you something. It is not, it is give you something, not printing something. So what you have to do is, within this printout statement, you have to call this return function. So always, this return function, when I call this 3, 4, 5, it will perform, it will find out average and the value will be there, but it will not print the value. Average is going to return you, give you something, but it will not print that value. But now I want to see the value, right? So I'm putting that in
Okay.
sysout statement. So if I run the code, I'll be able to see the average of those three numbers. So without that
Okay.
sysout
But
statement,
instead of average, ma'am, instead of average, we can also give class name dot method
hmm,
name in this, right?
here, yeah, you can give. So like this.
Function with okay. Function with
Like this also you can do.
you can give now. Okay.
Yes. And not only this one, it is not limited to double. We can have a string too, for example, like this. Public, let it be a non-static method. So non-static method also it is applicable. So it is public string now. String, let it be name. I'm going to pass a name here and n here, and I'm going to return name. Okay, I'm going to return n. Okay, and whatever code that you want to have inside it, we can have it. So now
Just given semicolon.
this method, yes, this method is going to give you a string value. Okay, I'm going to call that with sysout statement, because without sysout statement, if I call that one, it will give you
Don't
a
print.
value,
Print, but
will
did not show.
print the value. Yes. So here, so what I have to do, I can straightly call that name, or else I can go for that function with the. Sorry, this is a non-static method, right? If it is a non-static method, you have to.
So we have to create an object, no?
Yes, will be equal to
New function.
sorry. So after that, I'm having this OB.
I had a question from yesterday's lesson. No? You finish it, I will ask.
Okay, I'll finish it and see. So I'm giving Java.
The one question.
Okay, so let's run this code now. Java will be written. Java will be printed here. So you can have return type. Any return type you can have. Yes. What's your doubt now?
Okay. Yeah, okay, ma'am. From yesterday's lesson, actually, in this global variable, when we are defining the global variable, we gave it outside the main method, right?
Yes, yes.
I mean, after third, right?
Not, it is not.
So
it's not
instead
like
of
that
giving it
after
here, can we
3,
give it?
Yeah, you can give it after the main method.
No.
So it has to be. It has to be
After
within
main
that
method,
class.
okay.
You can
So
have
you can also
it in
give it
any
on downside.
Yes. That is has to be outside the main method, inside the class, wherever you can.
Outside the main method.
Yes, you can declare it anywhere. It is not necessary that you have to give only here.
Okay.
Like so if I give like that means that will be easy,
Okay,
right?
fine.
You can easily identify. That's why we are having it. So now we have seen function with return type, right? So it is function with return type. So what it will do, it is going to give you some value, but it will not print the value, right? So we will be using that sysout statement. So we have finished methods now. So we have seen.
So instead of string, we can use integer, float,
any data
character,
type,
anything. We can print, return anything.
Yes. So we have seen function, static method, non-static method, parameterized methods, and how to call them. All these things we have seen. Now we are going to see a concept that is related to methods, that is method overloading. So it will come under OOPS concept. We are having a concept called polymorphism. So polymorphism is having two concepts, overriding and overloading. So method is related to that one. So I'll take that now. So I'm going to create a new package. So it is polymorphism. I'm going to create a new class here. So it is method overloading. So I'll just show you what is this overloading first. So polymorphism. So we are having 4 OOPS concept: inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction.
What is this one? OOPS method, right?
Object-oriented concepts.
Okay.
Encapsulation.
Programming method. Okay.
Yes. So now we are going to see this over polymorphism. Polymorphism means many forms. It means many forms. We are having two types: overloading and overriding. So we are going to see overloading now. So let's see how to use. So it is related to method concept. Overloading means, so we will be using same method name for different purposes. If you want to overload a method, you have to show the difference, because otherwise it will show it as a duplicate method. You must show the difference in parameters. So it can be in number of parameters, or it can be in sequence, that is order of the parameters, or it can be in data type. Now I'm going to have a main method. So let's see this with an example. I'll maximize this page. So I'm having a main method first. So let's create a method now. I'm going to have, it can be a static or non-static method. If you show the difference in static and non-static, it will not be a different method. So I'll show you. So now I'm going to have a public static void area. Okay, I'm passing some value, so it is integer side. So this is a method, and here I'm going to give square. Then I'm going to add a plus. Sorry, I'm going to add a plus symbol, I'm going to multiply these two values. So this is a method. I'm going to copy this method and paste it here. So now I'll be facing an issue. What it is showing duplicate method. Okay, now I'm going to change. Okay, so it is showing duplicate. So I'm trying to change its data, that type of method. Okay, change its type. I'm going to delete this static. So this area method is a static method and this is non-static method, but still I'm having the same error. So method type, if you're changing the method type, it will not be unique method. So now I'm going to change the return type. Let it be static
double
integer.
Static, okay.
So now also I'm having same issue. So trying
So it means we cannot use same access identifier outside the method, right?
We can do. Okay. There is a way. Let's see. So I try to change its return type. Return type, I try to change it. Still, I'm having the same issue, right? So if I try to change the data type of the method, and also I have tried to change its return type, I'm having the same issue. But we can have unique names by showing the difference. We can have unique methods by showing the difference in parameters, and that concept is called as overloading. I'm going to give it as double here. Okay, double radius. Now it is a different method. So this concept is overloading method. So I have used same number of parameters here, right? So let it be. Let's start with the Let's start with the 0 parameterized thing. Okay, I'm not going to pass anything here. This empty. Okay, so now what's the error here? Not a return statement. Here I have to change. Okay, when you compare these two methods, name is same, right? When you compare this area method and this area method, both are same. I showed the difference.
Can you hold for a minute, ma'am? Can you hold for a minute?
Yeah. Come back.
Just one. Hello. Rahul. Hi, Rahul. I am in the middle of something. Can I call you back? Class. Oh yes, ma'am. Yes, sorry.
So we have two methods. This is area method and this is also area method. Okay. I showed the difference between two parameters between two methods in number of parameters I have passed. Right? So the same name, area method, I have used the same area method for finding area of square as well as printing something. I'm using same method for dual purpose curve. We showed the difference in number of parameters. So how calling will be? Let's see. I'm going to call this static method. So I can straightly call to. And if I call this one, so it will find out the method which is having empty parameter, and that is no parameter. So this empty, that will be printed here. So it will not get confused because we showed the difference in number of parameters here.
Right? Parameters, okay.
So now, yes, if I passed some numbers, if I passed some numbers, and if I run the code, I'll be getting square here. I have used the same method area, one for finding the area of square and another for printing something. So this is overloading. We can show the difference in number of parameters, not only this one. Yes. So now what I'm going to, I'll just copy this one and paste it here. So when you compare the first method and second method, I showed the difference in number of parameters, and here it is having 0 parameters. Here it is 0, and here it is 1 parameter. 1 parameter is there. So now I'm going to copy this one and pasting it here. Okay, I'm going to pasting it here. So when you compare these two methods, it is also having same number of parameters, right? When you compare the second method and third method, it is the same name, and also number of arguments are same. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the difference between two functions by giving a different data type. So I'm showing the difference in data type of parameters I'm passing here. So So I'm going to give it as double radius here. So it is circle. I'm going to find out area of circle. When you compare second and third method, number of parameter is 1, but we showed the difference in data type. So you can show the difference in any one of this. It is not necessary that you must show the difference in all these three things. That is number of data type, number of parameters or data type or sequence. We need not to show the difference in all these things. At least one has to be satisfied. When you compare first method and third method, we showed the difference in number of parameters. This area method and this method I showed.
And also arguments.
No, yes, number of parameters as well as arguments. Here, when you compare these two methods, second and third, the number of parameters is same. Number of parameters is exactly same, but I showed the difference in data type. So in this way, I have overloaded the second and third method. So I'm just going to calculate something, 3.14 into radius star radius. So this is, I showed the difference in data type. So last one is, we can show the difference in order of parameters. So let's see how to do that one. I'm going to have a method. I'm just copying this one. Okay. I'm going to find out area of rectangle. So I'll be in need of two things, right? So I'm passing integer length and let it be a simple word. So length and breadth. So here you can see that I'm not getting any error when you compare these two methods. So I showed the difference in number of parameters. So I won't be having any error now. So I'm going to calculate area of rectangle and name it as rectangle 1. And I'm just going to concatenate L star of V. So this is rectangle 1. I'm just copying this exact one and I'm pasting it again. So now the number of parameters are same, data type is also same. So how to change, how to give a change? So it is, we can see that we can show the difference in order, double D. So now you can see first double then integer, here first integer then double. So here when you compare, number of parameters is same, data type is also same, but I showed the difference in sequence, right? Order is different. So in this way we can overload the method. If you want to overload the method,
so is it necessary to change in system output as well? Because we have given
for
LNP. No,
actually
the formula LNTP.
No, actually it is not needed. For better understanding, I am using this system statement and all, so that you can easily understanding will be more. That's why. Okay. Now let's call all these methods now. So what will happen? So this concept is polymorphism, using same method but for different purpose. First one I have just printed a simple message. Second one I find out area of square, and now I'm going to find out area of circle. So that is double radius. So after that I'm going to find out. Wait 1 minute. I'm going to undo it. Okay. So now I'm going to call radius I have finished, then double and then integer means rectangle 1 will be printed, and integer and the double means rectangle 2 will be printed. So let's see that one. So it is area of 8 point some value, double and then integer, and again area of some double integer value and then some double value. So I have called all these methods here. I have overloaded that method area and find out area of square, area of circle, area of rectangle, and area of rectangle in another way. And I have just printed a simple line too. So this is overloading concept, using same method for different purpose, showing the difference in number of parameters, data type, or sequence of parameters. Okay. So this is overloading, and it is applicable for constructors too. So let's see that one. So what we have seen function with return type, and we have seen overloading concept, that is method overloading we have finished. So you cannot show the difference between two methods in data type or return type. You must show the difference only in parameters. It can be in number, it can be in data type, or it can be in sequence. Okay. So the next one is so let's see. constructors now. So it will come under basics. So I'm going to create a new class. So this
Only this overloading is enough, ma'am, or should we learn all the methods?
no, we are going to see all those things because that overriding we are having in polymorphism, right? That is related to inheritance concept. Only if I finished inheritance, I can take that one. So we can go step by step. Okay, did you go through the syllabus?
Not much, ma'am. I have seen certain topics. I will see it, ma'am.
Okay, I'll
Thank
send
ma'am.
you.
I will see
I'll
it,
send
ma'am.
you the syllabus in group. You can see. So these are basics. Okay. So far we
Okay,
have
ma'am.
seen as only basics. That method overloading concept that will come under intermediate Java, but these are basics. So now
Okay, ma'am.
we are going to see about constructor. So let's see what is this constructor and where we'll be using this and all. So constructor, it is a special method. It is more or like a method, but it is having some extra, that is some different features inside it. So constructor is a special method. We cannot name the constructor. User defined names are not acceptable. It will take class name as its name. And there is no the
Okay, class
syntax.
name.
Yes, the syntax is public class name, and we can have private constructors too. So constructor will also be defined outside the class, but we need not to call the constructor. So whenever object is created, whenever you created an object, constructor is automatically called. Okay, automatically called. And mainly
So it's
we'll
for
be using this.
non-static, right?
No,
No, this is.
it is not a method and all. It is a different kind of concept. Okay, so it is just like a method, but not exactly like a method. But whatever thing that you are trying in a method, you can do that in a constructor. But it
So
is
that's same functionality, but different thing from method,
yes,
right?
yes. So here mainly we'll be using constructor for initialization purpose. So now I'm going to create a constructor. You cannot give name to a constructor. You must use class name as its name. User defined names are not acceptable. So it is public access modifier. That is access modifier. If without an access modifier, if you are give means it will take it as a public only. So class name. So it is CONS and then function bracket. Then inside that constructor, I'm going to pass a statement. I am a constructor. So after that, I want to call this constructor here. So if you want to call this constructor, you have to create an object. So if I run the code, I won't be getting any output. And only if an object is created, constructor will be called. So we know the syntax, right? So it is class name. That is class name is yes. Object creation. CONS OB equal to new CONS. So this is creating and naming an object, right? This part is creation part, and this part is naming part. But here I don't want that naming. There is no need for, because I'm not having any other method here, so I can straightly give new CONS. So this is creation part, right? This is enough for calling the constructor. So whenever you are giving that new keyword and then
So no need
class
to
name,
assign any variable to it, just like object, just like previous method. So we can directly give.
that is object name I won't be using in this code. That's why I'm not giving that one. Suppose if you are having a non-static method in this class means there you will be using that one. I'll explain you. Okay. So now
No, I have little confusion. This public and the CONS you have given a constructor.
Okay.
You haven't included void or static, right? So it means it is
you must not give.
method, right?
You must not give. No, it is not a static method. So if it is a non-static method, you will have a return type. That method will return you something and all, right? Constructor main workers, it will be used for initialization purpose only. And in the case of non-static method, you will be allocating a separate memory space for calling it. Here also allocation and the calling and all is taking place. But you will be calling it explicitly, right? But whenever, even though if I have created an object for any other purpose, constructor will be automatically called now. So now in this line number 7, object is created, right? So object is created. I'm going to run this code now. So automatically constructor will be invoked. I'm a constructor. So whenever an object is created, there is an automatic invoking. So constructor will be called here. Now let's have a non-static method now. So public void display. Okay. and I'm going to give welcome. This is a non-static method. So if I want to call this non-static method, I'm in need of an object. Already I have an object, so I'm giving a name to this one. So if you are in need of an object name, you can create it. So I'm clicking on this one. So it is object name is created. Then it is ob.display. Now, even though this object is created for some other purpose, even though I have used it for some other purpose, whenever an object is created, constructor will also be invoked. Can be created for any other purpose, it doesn't matter. Whenever an object creation is there, constructor will be invoked here. Okay, so you can see I'm just calling that new constructor here, that is new CONS is the place where object is created. Whenever it is created, constructor will be automatically called. But I have used that.
So constructor.
Yes.
So constructor is neither static nor non-static,
Yes.
right? It is different, completely different.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is, I have just to create, so where we are creating the constructor is created outside the method, inside the class. We cannot give a name to the constructor. It will take class name as its name. And important point is there is no explicit calling and all. Whenever object creation is there, it can be created for any other purpose. Even though it is created for any other purpose, constructor will be invoked here. So this is constructor. We will be using that in coming classes. So constructor, we are clear, right?
It's clear, ma'am. It's clear. Do you have notes for all these topics, ma'am? Do you have any separate notes?
I'll forward you some materials. I'm having plenty of materials, Java materials, that PDFs and all I have downloaded from net. I'll forward that one. Okay. For theory part, don't worry. I'll forward everything. Okay. So once we finish this Java part, I'll send everything. So don't worry.
Okay.
So now we are going to overload the constructor. Like method overloading, we can do constructor overloading too. Let's see how to do it. So it is like constructor overloading. So how to overload a method? Same concept. So now I'm going to overload the constructor. So we must show the difference in number of parameters or data type or sequence. So we know how to create a constructor. So it will take public, right? Public CONS over. So this is default constructor. So I'm just passing some message here. So it is default constructor. So after that, I'm just copying this one and pasting it here. I'll be facing some issue. We can resolve it. So here, I'm going to give a variable here, integer, some dummy value. If you want to use it, you can use it. Otherwise, it will be dummy. So I'm just giving integer parameterized. Integer parameterized. And if you want to add that value, you can add it. Otherwise, it is just a dummy value. So now first and second will not be having issue. So now I'm going to give it a string B. So this is string parameter. Yes, string parameterized. Now after that, I'm going to show the difference in integer A, comma, string B. Okay. So this is all the errors got resolved, integer and string. So now I'm just copying this one and changing it here. So changing the sequence, same thing. So it is string B and integer A. It doesn't matter, you can give any name. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just giving string and integer. So now there is a difference in calling. So how to call it? So if you want to call a constructor, it is new, then CONS over. So this will call this constructor, default constructor. If you have given a number, then integer parameterized one will be invoked. If you are passing a string value here, then integer, that is string parameterized, will be called. Okay. And then number and string. After that, string and number.
String and number.
Okay. So running this code now. So I'm getting the answer. Default constructor, integer parameterized, string parameterized, integer and string and integer. So this is constructor overloading. Okay, same concept, but calling the function and defining the function syntax alone is changed here. So what's your doubt?
That's clear, ma'am.
Okay. So we have seen polymorphism concept today. Under that we have seen two concepts, that is overloading and
Overloading
overriding.
and
Overriding. Yes. And we have seen one more concept, that is function with return type. Right?
Return type.
Okay. Try this code. I will forward some assignments because today I'm little busy. So from tomorrow I will finish it only by 2.
Okay.
Okay. And Friday you are not available, right? Friday you are not available, right?
Friday after 2 I'll be available, ma'am. But
Okay, we can
at this
plan.
time,
If I am available, I'll let you know. Okay.
yeah, anytime, ma'am. You can tell me.
Okay.
So I'll be
Yeah.
ready now.
So otherwise, we can have it on weekends. Weekends are you available? I'm actually not available in weekend, but I'll make some time. If you're available,
Yeah,
let me
okay.
know.
If not Friday, we can make up on Saturday.
On
Sunday, ma'am.
Saturday or Sunday. Okay. Okay. Then. Okay, I'll
Okay.
forward this
So I
code.
had sent the assignments, ma'am. Check
Yeah,
it
I'm
for the
checking.
previous
Yeah,
assignment.
yeah. After this
Just
class,
send it
I
as
will
an.
check. I'll
Okay,
check.
fine.
Yes. Okay. Then. I'll wind up now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.